Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Welcome back. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. Today, I would like to do a spread on how is Archie. Got a request, so here's an update on Archie. I was meditating earlier and I got that he was having adjustment issues. That's what I got. So we'll find out what else is happening. What else is happening? Archie, please be clear. Archie, there we go. Well, he is with the family. I know a lot of people say he doesn't exist, but he is with them. Okay, so he is with them. The ending of the adoption or the transfer from surrogate to them did finally happen. It took a while. It wasn't right away. It was a problem getting him. And then we have these next two cards. I will put them out there. Wow, rock bottom. So the 6 in reverse is lack of harmony with the giving and receiving help. So they're having a lack of harmony with nanny care, in essence. And they're at a rock bottom with nanny care because the giving and receiving help card is in reverse. Because people don't like working with them, let's be frank. Okay, so I'm going to set it up the way I normally would. That would be like that. Yep, okay. Outcome, King of Cups. Makes them emotional. They want leadership quality. They want someone who's going to be emotional. So it's a whole nanny thing going on. And we have here, they're not brokenhearted. They don't have a problem with the fact that they haven't created a stable situation yet. And so they're not too bothered at this point in time, as you can see with the 3 of Swords in reverse. So they have fired and gotten rid of people, and they're just not disturbed. So here we go. Next card. They are quite nostalgic over what they have lost, as we know. We keep getting that. And the outcome card is Ace of Cups. It's emotional, new start, new beginning. Having him has been a new start, a new beginning. Your first child is always a new beginning. It's like your whole life is changed. And so that's why I'm seeing this card, I feel. Plus, they did bring in Lily. I'll just say Lily. People ask me to call her by Lily, out of respect for the Queen. So Lily is now there. So they have this a whole new emotional cup thing going on, this Ace of Cups with new babies, new children in the picture, and they're having problems with care, achieving care. In the past, there was a rock bottom situation that occurred, and the King of Cups is emotional. They want someone who's going to be a leader and emotional and very, very emotionally supportive is what they want. But they're not attaining that. They haven't been able to attain it because we got this next to it and it's in reverse. So, and they do want that person who's going to be a new, fresh face also in the picture. And they're just not too bothered by it. I guess they feel pretty confident that they can achieve it. So I will see what's at the bottom of the deck here. We have here the Chariot in reverse. So, wow. They're having a hard time pushing forward. They're having a hard time pushing forward after Doria's exit. And yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. So yeah, they're just feeling like they can't find the kind, loving individual, this King of Cups that they're looking for. They don't feel that they have found it yet. Nobody that they really liked or that they feel that their kids would like. So they're being really picky. They're being really, really picky, and they haven't been able to push forward. So far, whoever's walking in that they're interviewing, they have turned down. She's very particular, very, very particular. So I'm going to clarify this Page of Cups in reverse to get a little more detail on that. So here we go. And I would use this deck, but unfortunately, Penelope, I found a card, a 3 of Wands, that was missing, and it was chewed up. My little baby girl chewed up my 3 of Wands. How's that for having a puppy? I laughed when I saw it, you guys. I was like, what the heck? Picked it up off the ground. And I was like, She got a hold of it, you guys. She's gotten a hold of a few pair of shoes, too. Life with dogs. Here we go. So let's clarify. They're like having toddlers. Here we go. Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. So I'm going to clarify it with this one. What is happening with the Page of Cups in reverse? Okay. They want someone probably to like Markle also, is what I'm just now getting. Because she has not been liked. That's been a real problem in everyone that's worked with her. She isn't liked by them. So I think they really want the individual to like her, but she's just doesn't have that energy about her. I'll say it like that. Here we go. And it's happening very fast with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Wands, excuse me. And it's something to overcome. And it's happening fast. They need to do it fast because they need it now. Not yesterday, not last week. They need it now. And they need it to happen quickly. And they just have to overcome this quickly, is what that's saying. And then we have here, ooh, Lovers in reverse. So I think they're afraid. The way I feel about this card is they don't want people to know that they're not a loving partnership. They've got things to hide. So this is a problem with dealing with their children. Their kids are affected because of their relationship. So I asked, how's Archie? But who pops up? The parents does. And the issues of the parent, because he's still so young that every move they make has a mirror reflection and affects them, as we know. So right now, there is there's no conflict, emotional conflicts, because they don't have anyone. They're trying to stay calm. They don't have care. They're not trying to be too emotionally conflicted over it. They're trying to stay calm, and they're trying to stay very temperate in the situation, is how I feel about it. Then we also have here the Knight of Wands. So they have that go do it, let's just do it attitude. We've got to find them. We got to search. We got to be the fire starters here and make it happen. So they do have the energy to do it. They are chasing after it. It is the entrepreneur card. You know, we've got to find someone. We've got to be really, you know. But here we go. They're not losing sleep over it. They're really not losing sleep either. So that's, I guess they must be doing it on their own at this point. They're not losing sleep. But there's no emotional fulfillment either. They're not fulfilled. They don't like doing it. They don't want to do it, and there's no emotional fulfillment within the partnership, within the lovers here. So there's none of that. There is absolutely no fulfillment. Harry needs to act fast. He feels like he needs to act fast to please his wife, so he knows he has to act very hastily and fast, and that's really a good card for someone who needs to act fast, because a wand card is very hasty and fast. So that is a good card to see, given that he has to act so fast. So here we go. And the next one here, Ace of Cups in reverse. It doesn't look like they're going to succeed. It's not looking good. So here we go. And we know under the surface, the High Priestess. So they want someone who has who is the person that they claim to be, a woke individual. This person needs to have that inner knowing and be able to keep secrets, because this person keeps secrets. So they're really concerned about whoever they hire needs to be able to keep secrets and not leak anything out. That's the main, so it ends up not even being about the child, the spread ends up being about them and their secrets. How horrible is that? That's how harsh their energy is, that I try to talk about the kids and I get them. That they need secrets kept. They want those secrets kept. And let's get in the center of the deck. Here we go. We have here, because they want everyone to think they have a happy family. Yeah. They don't want people to know that they're not in love, that they don't lose sleep over the fact they don't love each other, that they're not emotionally connected. Harry's just her fetch-it boy, really. Harry's become the fetcher. Harry, go do this. Harry, go do that. So she sends him out on the missions to accomplish things. Oftentimes, while she stays kind of in hiding. I think it's because she knows her popularity's tanked so badly. She really doesn't want to be seen, except if she's looking really good on camera. So I'm going to ask that. Is Markle hiding herself because she's afraid of her public image now? Has she tanked because of her public image? So this has really become about her. And that's the problem when there's a narcissist parent. Everything becomes about the parent. It's really not about the kids at all. And so that's really what these spreads always bring out. So here we go. Is she concerned about her public image? Is she staying in hiding? Let's get some energy on Markle. Is she staying in hiding? What is she doing? What is she doing with herself now? I know she is going to make some appearances, but it's going to be just that, appearances for the camera. Is she actually going around town? Is she being social? That's really what I want to know. Is she being social? I know she'll hit the camera. I know she'll do that because she loves that. That's her thing. But I want to know, what is she doing in her daily life? Her daily life. What is she doing in her daily life? Her daily life. Here we go. Her daily life, the family's not happy. Her daily life is going too slow, and there's no action. She doesn't feel she can overcome anything at all. it's in reverse. So she doesn't feel she can overcome this family in reverse either. The fact that she flipped the royals in reverse, she flipped her family in reverse, and she's actually flipped Harry into reverse mode too. So she doesn't think she can overcome any of it. She knows she can't, which means to me, knowing her, the pathology of a narcissist, she's going to go, she's in devaluation. That's why we're seeing this. Harry's in total devaluation mode. He's in an extended, drip-fed devaluation. And just when she anchors a solid second, new primary source of supply, that's when she'll pull the plug on him. And then she will scapegoat and blame Harry. So that's why we're seeing that she cannot overcome this. She can't overcome the destruction that occurred. That's destruction, and she can't overcome it. Here we go. And she's going to still try and push forward with the Eight of Wands in courage and strength and try and do it. Regardless, she is tungsten. She is tungsten. Here we go. And once again, we have Harry here, but Harry has lost steam. He's losing steam and patience for her. And we have here, and he's also lost a lot of affection for her as well. And he doesn't want to be the leader. He doesn't want to be that King of Cups image for her. He knows it's just an image, and he's kind of tired of the image, is how I feel about that. He knows that the family's not loved by his father either, and so that's another reason why we could be seeing that in that position as well. And then I have here, she is not the birth mother of these children. And she doesn't want Charles to probably reveal it. He probably knows. So I would say the fact that this is kind of anchored on this side here, I'm going to say this is more likely Charles, and Charles does not love the situation, and he's aware of it. So I would say they're fully aware of the situation, and they're just not loving it. Here we go, and it makes them feel weak. This is sort of the royal family with the lion and the figure, strength. And doing it with gentle, calmness, not forced. So that's how they try to pull themselves off, is do it with gentle control, gentle strength. And Charles is a very gentle person. He's a very sensitive man. And he is an emotionally weakened state of mind at this point in time, is how I'm seeing this. And so he is affected, even though he is not on the same soil in the United States. You could still feel it all the way in the UK. The energy is felt, and he is feeling it. And he's really in a bad place, you guys. He's in a really bad place, is how this is feeling. His whole family's flipped upside down. I'm going to take this because it's sticking out. So he wants to be the leader, the emperor. He knows with the Three of Wands in reverse that it's not close. There's no opportunities. He doesn't have an opportunity with these people because they're all the way in the United States. So there's sort of this lost opportunity to be the father figure here, to be the grandfather figure. This guy's a total grandfather here. So it's pulling out other characters in the family here, I see. And, he knows he has to push forward anyways. He has to be strong. He has no choice but to push forward. And he's not working on it right now. He just cannot do it right now. He is too emotional to work on it. But he is going to push forward with some other things that he has to do, but he's not working on them. It's not going to pay off because the eight's in reverse. He doesn't feel it's an action he can overcome. And he has to produce it. He has to make it happen. And he just feels probably too overwhelmed at this point in time to try and produce that. And it's just, he doesn't see himself winning at this time. He's doing the smart thing. Staying silent, because in this situation, that's what you need to do, actually. Silence actually is very effective, and that, I think, is what he is doing. I think he's playing the long game. Queen Elizabeth plays a long game, and I think that's what he's doing. He's playing the long game. He's just going to see how things pan out by staying silent, too. And because the Ace of Cups, he wants that new beginning. Under the surface, I got the Ace of Cups. So he does want that new beginning. So Markle's aware of all of this, that she has flipped the family. He's upset. They want back in. Yes. And he wants to love the kids. He wants to love the kids. He wants to see the kids. He knows he's been told he's horrible. He knows that Markle won't, they've said, you will never see these kids. You will never, that never word was used. So he's very emotional. He wants to be able to connect with these children. And so that's what's coming out in the Markle spread. The grandfather pops up. So really, I guess that's what's going on in her energy right now, is this whole discussion over estrangement from Charles, really. So they're discussing that. She is discussing that. She is talking about that, about keeping him out. And it's because she is not the birth mother. That is why he is not allowed. He's not allowed because of the lies and the deception. And she wants to keep him. And it's also because they're not happy. They want to keep those secrets, just like with the nanny. They want that person that can maintain and keep secrets. And that they don't feel that that will happen. So these kids, another person commented, which was an excellent comment, that these children are going to live a life of kind of being locked up because people are going to want to try and get their sippy cups and do a DNA test. What kind of life are they going to have? And it's an excellent comment because there's so much truth to it. What kind of life are they going to have that any birthday party, anywhere they go, there's going to be so mistrustful. Anybody can come along and take that sippy cup, take whatever they use, and go get a DNA test. They're going to be probably heightened paranoia there. So let's find out. Do they have heightened paranoia over someone sneaking a DNA test on their children? Are they going to be heightened paranoia over DNA, retrieving DNA from their children? Well, we do have they want to be the emotional leaders. They want to be in charge. How do we get that popping up? Yes, lack of patience and tolerance. They want to be emotionally in charge of things. They feel they would lose their patience and tolerance. Yep, they are self-imposed restricted. These kids will be like living in a tied-up situation because of the King of Cups, which would be keeping the secret away from the grandfather, keeping it away from Charles. Yeah, that's Charles there. And the Queen Elizabeth. They got to keep the secret. They want to keep the secret from the firm. Yep. They want to remain looking like they're strong. They don't want the justice in reverse. They don't want justice. They don't want the cause and effect. They want to look like they're a family. Yeah, they're trying to keep that secret and keep it from the royals. So that's why we're going estranged from you. That's why we left. That's why you will never see them. You will never babysit. You will never, because we got so much to hide. And we don't want the cause and effect to affect us. We don't want you to know. So the justice card's in reverse. Under the surface, oh God, and judgment. There you go. And now at Judgment Day, they don't want that call. Hey, they're not blood and they're not royals. So they don't want the Judgment Day. So yes, I'm going to say absolutely hands down, these kids are going to be living like this, you guys. They're going to be living like this because of their DNA. The fear of it, and they don't want people to know. This is unknown, the unknown. They don't want people to know. Yes. Wow, that's sad, because they're going to live a very, very isolated life, and they're going to be extremely controlling to a very bizarre level when they go to birthday parties and stuff. I mean, are they even going to be allowed to go to a birthday party with, they're going to have someone hoovering over them with their sippy cup and, oh, let me take that, and take everything that the child uses to keep from DNA being done on them. So now I want to find out, yeah, they don't want the royals doing DNA on them, you guys. So now the next question is, will the royals ever get a chance to actually perform a DNA on these kids? Will it ever happen? Will it ever happen? Please be clear. Please be clear. Will it ever happen? Will it ever happen? Will DNA ever be performed on these kids? We've got here the challenges in reverse, the 5 of Wands in reverse. So they won't be challenged. It won't be too much of a challenge to do it, is how that first card reads. We put them all out. Ooh. Oh my. Here we go. Can you see those? There. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Uh-oh. There we go, in the center of it. Oh boy. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, Four of Wands, solid home foundation in the past position where they were before with the Royals. They're trying to still have that illusion. The challenge, they tried to remove the challenges by leaving. You know, they did leave, but the Two of Wands in reverse is there's no fork in the road. So they're going to try and block a fork in the road. They're not going to allow them to have that fork in the road to get to them because they don't want the death. They don't want the transformation. The ending of the illusion is how I'm going to say this, like the death of the illusion. And they don't want that transformation in the consciousness, like, hey, they're not DNA here. So that would be a transformation. If they did have a fork in the road to get to them, it would create that if there was no challenges for them to actually get in and do it, which would create a very miserable existence for them, and they don't want it seeded. They don't want them the seed to happen where they can come in and actually look. They don't want the awareness. They don't want it highlighted. They don't want it shining on them with the sun in reverse. The sun is something that shines on things. They don't want that highlighted. It's like putting a movie set light on them. They don't want that highlighted. They're trying to keep it in the dark. And then with the abundance, it would make them feel like they don't have all their cups filled. You know, we're not abundant. We don't have these children. They're not ours. We would look like we're not in an abundant relationship, and it would affect our abundance with the family because they're not royals. And then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So that's basically there's no balance here. So there is no balance, and they have here the King of Cups would be very emotional to find out this is something that he would love to do. He wants to know, he wants to get it finalized, and this is the Magician. They would actually have to manifest it to make it happen. So the fact that I got this at the bottom, subconsciously, they really want to do this. They really want to do this, and consciously, this is what Charles is thinking of. This is what Charles wants to do. He wants to manifest a DNA test. He wants to make it happen. But they are trying to do the roadblock on him. And so the fact, if they leave if they leave it open where there's no challenges, they know that they're going to have this death here of the illusion. And so that's what they're trying to protect. They're trying to protect that illusion because they really don't want to lose their fulfillment here, that emotional fulfillment of pretending and actually also duping them. It's that duper's delight kind of thing. Titles, prestige, status, the hierarchy, being part of it, and then coming out looking like total liars. So they don't want the DNA being exposed. They really don't. He does. He really wants to manifest it. So that's what that is, yeah. So yes, it very well is not looking like it's happening now. They're saying no, not now, but that is Charles' intention. He has every desire and right to do it, and he probably will at some point in time with that Magician card. So let's find out how is Queen Elizabeth doing? Let's do a little checkup on Queen Elizabeth. How is she holding out? How is she holding out from all her losses? Queen Elizabeth, how is she holding out? How is she holding out? How is she holding out? Queen Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. I think I'm going to do it till it falls out. Queen Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. Okay, there's Queen Elizabeth. Everything is everything's slowed down for her. She has slowed way down. Everything's moving very slowly, and she doesn't feel she can overcome the actions anymore. And so that's in reverse. She doesn't feel she can overcome it. I'm going to take that because it's sticking out. And she's emotionally drained. Yeah, she can't do it anymore. Yeah, her age is catching up to her. She's getting tired. And we have here, yeah, she's not ready. She can't take that path. She just can't do it anymore. It's too much. She's got to take a break now. It's time. It's time to slow down. And then we have here, she knows all the problems. She's aware. She's completely aware what's going on. And she's balancing herself. She's keeping herself, you know, that juggling act. She's got that juggling act. She's balancing the juggling act. She's doing perfectly fine. She does feel self-imposed and restricted by all the events, the emotional events, completely emotionally drained. And then she is wielding her sword still, though, and she is being the Queen of Swords. So she still is in charge, but she's doing it in a more laid-back fashion, I guess I could say. She's doing it way more laid-back because it's just too much. She has to take a little bit of a step back. She has to be a little bit calmer, and in order to keep doing the job because of her age. under the surface, she's still pushing forward. She's still doing it. It's not going to stop her right now. She's still really, you know, she's still in there. She's hanging in there. And in the center of the deck, she still feels like she's abundant and she has a lot of love in her life. So that's beautiful. That's quite beautiful. Yeah. She's still Queen Elizabeth, you guys. She is still the Queen Elizabeth with her sword, and she's going to weld it, and she may end up doing this, so, which would be really getting nasty and wanting to cut some people out, which is exactly what needs to happen. But this easily can flip this way, you know. So she may have other people do it. That's why it's in the upright. Because like I said, she's sort of going to slow down. She's going to slow herself down because she knows this is an action that's going to take a while. It'll be the long game. Like I was saying, it's the long game. And right now, I don't think she feels she has the long game in her. So, yeah. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, like and subscribe. Bye.